Thank you guys for tuning back in. Our last guest today is Leigh Vincola from Farm Fresh, Rhode Island. Thank you, Leigh, for joining us today. We have been, going back and forth for a few weeks about the farmers market, so I'm glad we could get you on. It is a very busy time of year. The launch of the Pawtucket Wintertime Farmers Market, which is probably one of the bigger farmers markets in Rhode Island that you can go to.
Oh, the biggest indoor market in New England in the winter.
There we go. Yeah. Biggest indoor in the winter in New England.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, all those statistics. So for those who may not know, it's been going on now for 11 years. It's a big farmers market. Yep. Tell us a little bit, a brief overview, broad, about kind of the history of how this started.
Yeah, so the Wintertime Market was actually started at AS 220 many years ago, and then it sort of outgrew the space, so it was moved over to the Hope Artiste Village in Pawtucket, which is where we are today still. And it's grown year by year. We used to be down one hallway in that big building, and now we occupy two hallways. We have about 80 vendors in total, about 60 plus on any given Saturday.
Okay.
Their market runs on Saturday mornings, November through April, so the first week in November through the last week in April. And from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And lots of people come out. We did some customer counts recently, which is a project we've been working towards.
Figure out exactly.
Yeah, it's hard because there's so many different ways to enter that building. But we realized we get about 3,000 or 35 people come through the doors on a given Saturday.
So 80 vendors, not just including food. There's crafts.
There are no crafts.
Not crafts.
No.
I mean soaps and
there are some
beauty
beauty products. We have a bunch of prepared foods. We have
Okay.
food trucks outside.
Cool.
And
you guys sort of started making it fun. There's sort of, for the past few weeks, I think there's been an event, sort of a feature event at each market. Can you talk to us a little bit about those and what you have coming up as
we
well?
have, this coming weekend, this Saturday, we have a Kids Day.
Cool.
So we have a few fun activities for kids. We're going to have Mrs. Claus is going
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus.
Santa's busy.
Santa is very busy, so we secured Mrs. Claus.
There you go.
We have a woman, Kara from Art on the Spot, who comes pretty much every weekend and just does balloon animals and face painting and stuff for kids, and she's a really big draw for the market, and she just comes and takes some tips, and she's wonderful and brings a lot of magic to the market. Yeah. So she's going to be there with Mrs. Claus. Some of the vendors are doing kids specials. Our Farm Fresh Nutrition Education Program is doing having a table and making little ornaments for kids. Some of the other tenants in the building are doing special things. There's going to be the cast from the Nutcracker is going to be there for another photo opportunity. So there's lots of fun things. Some carolers. It's very festive.
Very festive.
Yeah.
Let's make it fitting for the season.
Yeah.
So Farm Fresh Rhode, you guys have 9 markets, I think, year-round, and you're sort of like the hub website for all the farmers markets in Rhode Island. So talk a little bit about your involvement in the community. I know I always see Farm Fresh partners with, there'll be apples at Blue Cross and things like that. So how are you guys involved?
Sure. We run 9 farmers markets in the summer, and then the wintertime market, so 10 in total. And our markets in the summer are in Providence, Pawtucket, Central Falls, Woonsocket, and West Warwick. Mm-hmm. Our summer markets are a lot smaller. They're not nearly the size of the wintertime market or the Hope Street market, which we do not manage.
Yes.
There's some confusion about that, but we do not manage that market. And our summer markets are much more food access driven, so they're put into neighborhoods where there isn't a lot of access to fresh foods. Okay. And we also run the Bonus Bucks program, which is a nutrition incentive program for people on SNAP who shop at the farmers markets, where we double their dollars. So if you shop at the farmers market and using your SNAP card or your EBT card, you get double whatever you were intending on spending.
Great. So for those people who are kind of shy away from farmers market because of the cost, which you just discussed, I mean, who is this benefiting? What would you say to them in terms of who you're supporting when you go to a farmers market and why it's important to head out and buy local?
Yeah, there's so many reasons why it's important. It's
We'll make a list.
it's supporting first of all the farmers who are growing our food. They're in Rhode Island. We actually have a really great tight network of direct farmer to consumer. I think we rank actually highest in the country as far as that's concerned, and I think that's because of our size. That we don't have to go very far to find each other.
Yeah. You can only go the total of 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So you're supporting local agriculture, which is great. We need farms. We need to eat. We need to preserve farmland. And you're also supporting your community because the dollars stay right in your the community where you are. Yeah.
And talk about the winter farmers market as a whole. I mean, you would think that helps farmers out for that period where we have this obvious 8 months of winter, if that's possible, in Rhode Island. And so is it kind of boosting their ability to keep going for the rest of the year?
It's a big part of a lot of their business plans is the wintertime farmers markets. And we're not the only winter market in the state. There are a couple in the South County as well.
Yep.
That a lot of vendors do. But yeah, it's a really important piece. And as agriculture has grown in the state and New England, a lot of farmers have learned how to extend their season, so they're growing more greens indoors and storing root crops, and just having more available throughout the whole winter. So some of the farmers will start to fall off this time of year, January, because they don't have anything left. But then they'll ramp back up. In a few
What
months.
is in season in the winter? What do we normally see at the market?
We see a lot of root vegetables like
turnips
and turnips and carrots and potatoes.
And you can get recipes, I think, on your site.
We have a couple.
You guys post a few.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And so you are a part owner in Troop, actually. We had Troop on the show I think a month ago, and so I'm assuming you guys are using local fruit and vegetables and meats at Troop. Okay, so talk to me about how you came to be at this job at Farm Fresh Rhode Island. Why are you passionate about this?
I've been involved in agriculture for quite a long time. I actually studied sustainable agriculture in college in the 90s, and everyone thought I was crazy.
I want to learn about farms.
But yeah, that's what I did, and I come to it from sort of a communications and marketing background. I've worked on farms, but I'm a writer too, and I write a lot about agriculture and food systems. And then I've done a lot of event planning around food and food systems and sustainability and agriculture.
Perfect.
So my transition to Farm Fresh made a lot of sense for a lot of different reasons.
And now, do you guys have anything to do with the Veggie Box Program?
Yeah.
Okay, so talk a little bit about Veggie Box, because I think that's pretty cool, and I don't know if a lot of people know about that. I did it for a little while myself.
Yeah, Veggie Box is actually going on pause for a little while, so I'm just going to knock on it. Yeah.
It's paused.
Yeah, it's paused.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
It's new information.
New information! Breaking news! Veggie Box is going on pause. If you have one, you won't be getting it. Well, hopefully that starts back up, because that was a pretty cool thing. Yeah. So, if people are interested in finding out about farmers markets in Rhode Island, they can go to farmfreshri.com to find out, I think, all of them.
.org.
.org.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm saying everything wrong now. The Veggie Box is done.
Yeah.
Whoops.
And then we also manage the local food guide, which is online as well, and that is a whole database of farms and restaurants and CSAs and all different places, and farmers markets and different places to find local food across the state and the region a little bit, some of Connecticut.
Great. Well, we hope everybody gets out this Saturday or any Saturday up till April 27th, I think. Correct?
Yeah.
To the largest wintertime
indoor
farmers market in New England.
Yeah, that's right.
And go out and get some fresh fruits and vegetables. Support your local farmer. We love that kind of thing. So we appreciate you coming in to talk with us.
Thanks for having me.
And go see Mrs. Claus this weekend, this Saturday for the family weekend, which should be pretty fun because it's one of those things, dragging your kid to something like that. It's not always easy.
And then,
we've got
we have a couple things for the holiday season. Well, all the time, but This is our 2018-2019 tote bag, official tote bag.
Nice. Is that a Buffoni Farms?
It may or may not be. Buffoni's is one of our vendors.
Of course. We had them on for Thanksgiving.
And then designed by a local artist.
Great.
And then these also designed by our local artists are a set of note cards for each season. This is some like a vegetable mandala.
Those are the squash?
Yeah.
The fall,
This
winter?
is winter,
Oh,
yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you being able to come on the show.
Yeah,
And thanks to everybody for tuning in. We had a great show today. We appreciate you being with us. We'll be back next week with another lifestyle segment. In the meantime, make sure to check out GoLocalProv.com. Stay up to date on what is happening in Rhode Island. We'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.